Well, welcome into the Paul Farrington Show, Monday, April 3rd show. Paul Farrington joined by Jack Weinberger, Andrew Keenan, Robert Ziggy Ziegler, the best producer in the world. Zach Bloomquist is with us. Andrew, take a guess who we saw at Cava today. Cava's a nice little restaurant with
bordering town
what's
on the
Mediterranean?
highway.
No, what's the food?
Mediterranean?
It's
bowls and stuff.
Bowls, chicken, rice. Yeah.
I have no guess.
We saw Joe Schoen, the Giants general manager.
Oh, really?
At Cava today in Ramsey, New Jersey.
Did you ask him what the hell he was doing, franchise tagging Saquon Barkley so he could sign Daniel Jones to a huge extension?
We were debating it. I was looking at Paul. I'm like, is that him? We didn't really know. But Paul knew. Like Paul knew. Paul, you were certain it was him.
And Will, our friend Will, who was there, and he was like, I've seen that guy before. And we Googled the picture, and we're like, oh yeah, that's 100% him. And on his way out, Will goes, "Hey, go Big Blue." And Shane turns around and he just kind of smiles like, "Hey, thanks, man." And Will goes, "Thanks for turning this franchise around."
Yeah, I would have had no idea.
Shane looks at Will and goes, "Well, it's only been one season, but appreciate it." And I was like, "Well, that doesn't sound like
he has not turned the franchise around.
Doesn't sound like a very confident man."
I was debating saying to Paul or Will or whoever that, you know, Daniel Jones, what he got paid what?
$40 million a year.
Pretending to just hear about it.
You out of your
with
mind?
him in the background. Yeah.
But yeah, so we saw him there, and that was kind of cool. It was just funny seeing the Giants general manager at a place that I go and pick up food from twice a week.
Out to you with his kids.
Yeah. Okay. First question. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna talk about who's more likely to return to the Super Bowl, Eagles or the Chiefs. We're gonna rank give a number 1 to 10 on teams who have never won the Super Bowl. What we think their chances are of winning next year. Couple fun love, hate, or friend zone questions. Anthony Richardson, Lamar Jackson in there, Odell Beckham Jr. too. And we're gonna end. We had so much fun drafting the fruits that we're gonna draft cereals today. So we'll have a good time there. And we'll start off with that question. Who's more likely to return to the Super Bowl, the Eagles or the Chiefs? Jack, why don't you go first?
Yeah, I'll start. I'm going to say the Eagles, simply because of I do believe that they're guaranteed to be a top 2 seed in the NFC. Probably the best team in the NFC. Probably the number 1 seed yet again. Whereas the Chiefs, you got to go through now the Broncos with Sean Payton. They're bound to be better.
The Broncos are the first team you go to?
Justin Herbert, Aaron Rodgers on the Jets, Buffalo, Cincinnati. There's 6 or 7 good teams in there. Jaguars with Lawrence. 8 good teams in there that are tough. Whereas the Eagles, it'll be Eagles and Niners NFC Championship again.
Okay. Ziggy,
there's 7 teams who can beat Kansas City, maybe 1 who can beat the Eagles.
What do you think of that, Ziggy?
I mean, look, the Eagles lost a ton of great players, right? They lost Javon Hargrave. They lost C.J. Gardner-Johnson. They lost Andre Dillard. Like, they lost multiple starters in key positions. Not to mention that, how old is Jason Kelce now? 36?
35, 36, yeah. He's
like
there.
36. Fletcher Cox is 30. Like, this team's getting old. Jalen Hurts has had a great season, don't get me wrong, but he's no Patrick Mahomes. We know what this Chiefs team can do. Give Mahomes an average defense and literally any receivers in the NFL, and he'll make it to a Super Bowl time and time again.
Yeah.
It's the Chiefs easily. I don't think there's any question here.
All right.
The Eagles are set for a huge regression.
Now the best mind in football.
Well, I just think it's the Chiefs just because of one man, Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. I think the Eagles have no chance of making it back. And I think the Chiefs, I'm not going to doubt Patrick Mahomes. That's what I've said since I've been given this seat, and it's something I'll continue to say every day that I'm here, that I believe Patrick Mahomes, he's the best player in football, and I don't doubt the best player in football.
Yeah, Ziggy mentioned a couple people. I'm also going to go with the Chiefs. I think the Eagles are going to be... Yeah, you're lone wolfing here. I think the Eagles are going to be very good next year, but I also feel that sometimes these teams just catch lightning in a bottle, and it's hard to replicate the kind of season Philadelphia had. They might still be very good, but with Hurts, they were, 13-0? In the regular season, I think it was something crazy like that.
No, they're good. I just don't think
they're very good.
The Super Bowl.
But the losses too. The 2 top tacklers at linebacker, I believe both their starting safeties are gone. So there are some key pieces missing from the defense that was a top 5 defense in football last year. And the Chiefs, they lost Orlando Brown, Frank Clark. They have their own issues. But I'm not going to doubt Patrick Mahomes as long as he's there. So we got 3 Chiefs, 1
For me,
Eagles.
it just comes down to, I believe there's more teams in the AFC who can beat the Chiefs than in the NFC who can beat the Eagles.
Eagles are what? You're dealing with San Francisco.
Dallas.
Dallas is probably there. And then
Giants.
Detroit, the Giants.
I think that there's
Vikings.
6 teams who can beat the Chiefs in the AFC.
Javon Hargrave, another big loss. Although Ziggy is not a fan of that contract, as we know. All right, let's hit our second question here now. Teams that have never won the Super Bowl. I'm gonna list them right now. The Cardinals, the Bengals, Texans, Bills, Panthers, Jaguars, Titans, Lions, Vikings, Browns. That's those are the 12 teams. Unfortunately, the Vikings are on that list. Andrew, Jets aren't on that, actually, believe it or not.
Well, we are the reason for the NFL. If we had never won that Super Bowl, there would be no NFL.
So we're gonna take a look at 7 teams right here. And we're feeling that the Cardinals, Texans, Falcons, Panthers, and Titans are probably removed from the Super Bowl conversation. I'm going to put the Vikings in there just because they have to be included in this. And we're going to rank from 1 to 10. We'll say 10 being the best chance of going to the Super Bowl, a great chance of going to the Super Bowl, 1 being, they're not sniffing it.
Like collectively or just each individual 10 to 1?
We'll do each one 1 to 10. Okay. So we could do this fairly quick here. We'll start with the Bengals, 1 to 10. Win a Super Bowl.
Like next year or ever?
Next year. Okay. Next year. Win the Super Bowl.
1 being like no chance, 10 being a good chance?
Yep.
I'm going to give them an 8. There's no reason to believe that, this, I hate admitting this, but there's no reason to believe the Bengals will not win the AFC North with one of the best quarterbacks now in football, with a superstar receiving core. They're one of the most complete teams in the league. They've been to the playoffs now deep the last couple of years, and no reason to believe they're not going to do it again. Mm-hmm. They're one of the best teams in the AFC, so I'm going to give them. I'm not going to say a 10 because the AFC is good. Bills, Chiefs, I just listed those teams. 8.
If you had to bet on it, do you think they'll get back to the AFC Championship game? Are you confident in that?
I'm not super confident. No, I mean there's a lot of good teams that have to go through, but that's why it's not a 10. I'll give them a 7 or an 8.
Yeah, 2 years in a row though. Ziggy, you were shaking your head no.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure they'll make it back, but that's just because the seeding. You never know. But look, Joe Burrow's lost. He's lost a playoff game to one AFC team, and that's Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't think there's any other team in the AFC that has a realistic chance of challenging them this year.
Jets.
As I said, I don't think there's any other AFC team that's a realistic chance of challenging them this year.
Steelers.
So I'm willing to put them at a 9. I'm not saying this team is going to win a Super Bowl, but I think the Chiefs are the only thing stopping them, and they've made some big offseason acquisitions.
All right, what do you think of the 9? Too high, too low?
I'd put it at 6.5.
6.5, really?
Yeah. Well, to win a Super Bowl. What do you mean? 10 to win a Super Bowl means in my mind they're winning it. 6.5. I give them a 6.5. The AFC's good. I don't think they're like the 4th best team in the AFC.
Oh, all right. Wow. I think
they're the 4th best?
Yeah.
Well, who do you have above them? I'm assuming you're going to have the Chiefs.
The
Jets with Rodgers.
Jets.
And who's the last one?
Bills.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, how'd that playoff game?
The 5th best team. Sorry.
5th best. Okay.
How'd that Bengals-Bills playoff game go last year in Buffalo?
Jags ahead of the
We're not talking about last year. We're talking about next year.
Why do you think it's going to go differently, other than a Bengals wrap?
Well, Joe Burrow's he's a choke artist, and he's the most overrated player in the history of football. And Josh Allen's a stud. So there it is right there, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, it's tough to say, like, the Bengals beat them last year, they'll do it again. Like, no, it's different.
I'll go with an 8 as well for the Bengals.
And the Bengals coach is an idiot. Him and Zach Taylor and Matt Staley.
I thought you were going to say Joe Staley.
No. The Chargers coach.
Brandon Staley?
Brandon Staley, sorry.
There we go. Who's Joe? Oh, Joe Staley's a lineman.
Yeah. I don't know who Matt Staley is. But those two, Zach Taylor and Brandon Staley, have the same, vibe to me where, they've never played football in their life. They've never played football in their life, and they kind of just stand on the sideline and are, awkward and don't know how to lead a team and just go all analytically. So you
really don't like Moneyball. Would you say they're a little more Moneyball-esque?
No, they're not money. I just think when Brandon Staley, it's 17-16, whatever it was, when I remember Keenan Allen was out and he didn't kick a field goal. He was going for it on 4th down with a minute left when they were in field goal range. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Staley? Do you know who are they playing?
I don't know. I remember Keenan Allen was out and Keenan Allen was like, "Why are we not kicking a field goal?" on Twitter as the game was happening. It was insane. Whatever. I think he's an idiot. They don't know how to call timeout. I don't know.
Okay, why don't we all give a number then? I think this segment we could speed up a little bit.
Yeah, we can just give a number.
Chargers then. Where do you think? What do you think about the
They
0?
have no chance.
This upcoming year, Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers.
3.
3. Ziggy.
4.
4. I'm all.
We'll give them a 1 to 10, 1.
I'll go to a 5 because with there's a lot of talent on that team, so I do think there's a chance they win a Super Bowl. So
they have no chance.
Whoever has Brandon Staley is a 0.
They can't win with that
being
guy.
in Mahomes' division.
You have no chance. You're going to be
what is the people
seed at best.
They'll be a
every year the
best. That's the thing.
Yeah,
It's the same
every
thing.
single season the Chargers are like a preseason darling. They've shown nothing, absolutely nothing.
No, they'll
They
be a
blew
team.
what a 27-0 lead against the Jaguars. They've shown nothing.
Okay, so no one here likes them.
They'll be up against someone like they'll beat someone 49-42 on like Monday Night Football and be like, oh yeah, they're great, and then they'll go play
And they'll
whoever.
have,
It's like the
11 and
Browns in
6
the
or 10 and
cold,
7.
and they'll lose 7-0. They stink.
What about the Bills here?
This upcoming year?
Yeah. It's all this upcoming
Same
year.
with the Bengals. I give them an 8.
An 8?
Yep.
Ooh, that's high. I know Ziggy's going lower. I would bet a lot of money he goes lower.
I'm giving them a 3.5. I really think this Bills team has peaked, and I'm not seeing them making a deep postseason run for a while. Wesley Frazier, huge loss. That's all I'm going to say.
Leslie Frazier was a poor head coach for the Vikings, but he's proved to be a good
Depends on this
coordinator.
Diggs situation.
I'll give them. They'll be a 6-5-2 with the Bengals. They're also at best a 5 seed. So.
You said a 6?
6-5.
6-5? That's exactly what I was going to
So
say.
you think the Jets win the division?
Feel good there.
No, I know that if the Jets have one of the best quarterbacks in the history of the game, and with our defense, yes, we will win the
See,
division.
I would not be surprised to see the Bills finish last in this division. That's how tough I think it's going to be for
No.
next
I
year.
think New England and I think Miami's
worst-
good, but
New England's terrible.
At the worst, the Bills will finish in second place behind the Jets.
I would agree on that. Buffalo, though, yeah, the defense regressed a lot towards the end of last season. And there are some concerns around Josh Allen. I still think he's a top 5 quarterback in the league.
No,
but
he's great. He was hurt.
And you'll hear a little bit later, old Stefon Diggs
Stefon
might
Diggs
be walking
drama?
out the door.
Yes, stick around for that. All right, we've gone through 3. Let's go Jaguars. So we'll stay in the AFC here. A team that Ziggy's a big fan of. Why don't you go first, Ziggy? 1 to 10 Jaguar Super Bowl.
7. I
7,
think this
wow.
is going to be. I don't think they're making the Super Bowl. I think this is the year they make an AFC Championship run and really put up a fight.
Okay.
Trevor Lawrence is going to establish himself. Lots of players developing.
Nice.
Great team. Also,
7.
freest division
7.
in the world.
I'm gonna go with a 5. I think they win the division and they get probably
that's the worst division ever.
Yeah, they'll get probably number 4 seed. But I don't see them going on their path in the playoffs on the road is going to be near impossible for Trevor Lawrence. So I'm gonna give him a 5.
I'll give it a 6.5 with the Bills. I think they're kind of similar in my mind how I see them. But yeah, adding Calvin Ridley, that's an underrated acquisition in some senses this offseason. Calvin Ridley, a really, really good receiver who's not getting a lot of attention. All right, let's go a couple more here. The Browns. Cleveland Browns, Deshaun Watson. Does he turn it around?
0.
0, 1.
Yeah, 0. They're the
Ziggy?
worst team in the North.
Give me a 2.
I will also go with a 2.
They're horrible.
Like you as well.
They're terrible.
Actually, I feel bad about this too. Give me a
Maybe
1.
a 3.
There's no chance this team does anything.
they're the
this
worst
year.
team in the
They're
North.
boned.
Their dream season is a 7 seed, and then they lose in the first round.
They go 9-7,
So no,
beat the Steelers, and throw parades for a year. So they're a terrible franchise.
so no one believes in Deshaun at all.
I hear you could get a good massage though.
Yep.
You get a good massage.
Yeah.
With that said, the Detroit Lions, a big sleeper pick this offseason to make some noise in the NFC.
I'm gonna say 6.5. I love the Lions. I think they upgraded their defense, 2 good corners, best team in the division, a top 4 or 5 team in the NFC. They probably won't win it, but I think they could. 6.5.
Ziggy?
I'm willing to go up. I mean, I'm going to give them a 6, and here's why. I think they actually have a decent chance of making the Super Bowl. The NFC, I think, will be putrid this year.
I agree.
But any of the plausible AFC teams, I just don't see how they win that game. I don't think this Lions team is actually that good. I think people are overrating them because they've got an easier path.
Okay,
to the
wait.
Super
What if
Bowl.
I said to get to the Super Bowl? Then what would you give the Lions?
7.5, maybe 8.
Okay.
I really feel like winning the Super Bowl is a big drop off for them.
Okay.
I'll give them a 2.
Yeah, I'll give them a 3.
They have no chance.
They're the Detroit Lions.
Yeah,
they're
they have
not.
no chance.
they're the
not going
4th
to-
best team in the conference.
Yeah,
I
they'll
don't
find
think
a way.
that's true.
They'll find a way to
I
lose.
think they're the best team in the division.
The
I think the
Vikings?
Bears are better, and I think the Packers are better. Your team is the worst team in
Packers
the
with
NFL.
Jordan Love?
No.
Yeah, if he's okay.
What are you
team will be
talking
okay.
about? The Vikings?
You're the
Lions
worst team in
just
the NFL.
Start them with Rodgers.
Are you serious?
Yes.
We've got the Packers GM coming out saying people are setting their expectations too high.
The Lions just swept the Packers. with
The
Rodgers.
Packers are the worst team in that division. And then it's the Bears.
It's
And then
Lions,
it's the Vikings or Lions.
Packers.
I think the
Bears.
Bears are the best.
No, they'll look. The Bears and the Lions, they find a way to do what they do best, and that's lose. The Vikings will lose in heartbreaking ways, but the Bears and Lions they'll suck. They'll
Lions
suck in
are
the
gonna be
regular
8-8.
season. They'll suck. They won't get to the postseason. This Lions hype is ridiculous.
Well, talking about the
they-
Vikings, how do we feel about the
I think
Vikings?
the Lions go 5-1.
That's a good question, Ziggy.
Are they
How
our
about the
last team
Vikings?
on here? The
They're the
Vikings?
last team.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just start off with my 0.
Yeah, they're
Vikings,
Zero. They have no chance.
0.
All right, can I just ask you real quick? What about the Vikings do you hate so much?
They have a terrible line. Kirk's immobile and can't move.
Kirk Cousins is
their
terrible.
defense,
Two good tackles.
The defense is horrible.
Yeah, that's fair.
Super Bowl? No, 0.
Brian Flores could come in and fix that.
-1.
Best receiver in the NFL.
That doesn't matter.
Kirk Cousins had a top
in
10
their case, it doesn't
top
matter.
10 season last
Doesn't
year.
matter in their case. Couldn't beat the Giants at home in the playoffs.
What they get Lamar?
They can't get Lamar.
If they get Lamar, they go to a
Irrelevant.
4.
5. Yeah, 5.
All right, so you're at 0. You said
0.
so. You said you gave. All right, you
I
gave
think
the
the
Browns a better
Lions-
chance
the
than the
Lions are
Vikings.
so much better than
The
you.
Browns a better chance than the Vikings.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I would say so.
Yeah, all right.
Outside
All
of the top
right,
3
Ziggy.
of it, all these other ones could be.
If you guys
zeros
had
for me.
if you
They
guys
have
had,
no
if you guys had
chance.
Watson instead of Kirk, you'd be higher too.
Kirk's terrible.
Yeah, but like you said, the NFC is you're talking about Detroit, Philly, and San Francisco.
I think you're underrating the NFC. They're not. It's not that bad.
it's not horrible, but I'm saying that the Vikings division is
Yeah,
not
but
good.
like you cannot.
How do we
beat
do against the
Philly,
people?
San
We lost to
Francisco.
You would lose to San Francisco in San Francisco in the playoffs by 1 million.
Probably.
like
we have to get the ones.
We lost to the Giants at home.
Yeah, I know. Look, I'm giving it an optimistic. It's probably like it's probably a 4. I was gonna say 5,
I mean,
but it's probably a 4.
4 is high.
It's probably a 4. I think a 4 is actually an okay number. What about you? What do you think, Ziggy? As my fellow
I'm feeling
Viking
2 to 2.5.
fan. Okay.
Look,
Oh,
this team has gotten worse from last year. This team was not good last year, despite their record. The variance bug is going to bite. I
I'm
wouldn't
not
be
sure.
surprised if we missed the playoffs.
I'm not sure if the team will actually be worse. I think that the defense cannot get worse.
But
It
the
can
variance
get
bug.
worse.
We won so many one-score games last year. That's not happening.
Oh, Captain Kirk in the final. Yeah,
I've
Captain Kirk in the
never
clutch.
seen receivers more open than the Giants against the Vikings in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's an issue.
You're the worst cornerbacks.
We haven't
ever.
actually done anything to fix that.
Maybe ever in the league.
Byron Murphy, baby.
And we just got freaking
Byron
Patrick
Murphy.
Peterson.
Pat. Pat. I'm telling you that I love having Pat Pete in the locker room, but he did not have as good a season as.
Oh yeah, I'm
people
sure he
think.
stinks.
Dude, again, great guy to have in the locker room. All right, let's
Veteran.
Let's do love, hate, or friend zone here. We'll start with this statement. Anthony Richardson will reward whichever team takes a risk on him in the NFL draft. Jack, love, hate, friend zone.
I'm gonna say hate. I've watched Richardson in college a lot. I think he's super athletic. Athleticism's there. Arm strength is there. I don't think he's going to be a fantastic NFL quarterback. I don't think he has what it takes to be a good NFL quarterback. I think he's athletic. I don't think he's a good NFL quarterback.
You heard it right here. Jack hates Anthony Richardson. Ziggy?
I'm putting this friend zone for the following reason. I think Richardson's got a great chance of succeeding in the NFL on the right team. His problems are fixable, but with the way the hype's building up, I'm worried that a team like the Texans or the Raiders is going to get him. Put him in a good franchise. I think there's a decent chance he turns out well.
Like Seattle?
That is a place I think he might do pretty well. I just think it's more likely than not that a bad team ends up getting him. So for that reason, I'm mid.
Okay.
I hate it. I think he's terrible.
I also hate it.
Just because I don't understand this drafting quarterbacks who weren't good and then hoping that they're good.
Like there's some
Like, he's not
accuracy
good, yeah.
issues.
Well,
yeah.
the thing
The
is, he has
accuracy issues
the,
are fixable.
I
He just
love
has to get his
the
footwork
turnaround.
together.
I love the turnaround that Ziggy had on him from 3 weeks ago, saying that this guy's super inaccurate and cannot be fixed. Actually, he's fixable and could be pretty good.
I don't see it. in
The
NFL.
issues are the kinds of things that you can fix. You can fix footwork. He's great at pre-snap reads. He's great
We'll
at
see.
feeling
I don't
pressure.
see it. I hate it. But we'll say.
It just feels like one of these. Again, you can't deny the spectacular plays that he can make, but it feels
why
like he's
doesn't he
one of
make
these guys who's he does make a couple of spectacular plays.
I don't think he does. I
Well, I mean,
watched
there are
him.
a few-
I
there are a
watched him
few that are
play,
great.
and he was terrible. He stood in the pocket and did nothing.
Did you have Florida against Utah? Week
Yeah,
one?
he's terrible.
Oh, so
No, but I don't care about that.
Well, that was
like,
it for you.
Like people are like, oh, he's like Cam Newton. No, he's not. If you watch Cam Newton play college football, he dominated everyone like a man amongst
Yeah, no,
boys.
that's
this
why
guy was terrible.
I think we're seeing another guy who's just unbelievable athlete, and that's gonna carry him to the top. And
I would take him on the Jets as a tight end. I told you, Taysom
Didn't
Hill.
he lose to Vanderbilt this year?
Terrible.
He did.
I mean, he gets washed
Yeah,
by
maybe
Georgia
they
every
did. I
time he
don't know.
plays him. I don't see it in the NFL.
All right, let's go here. Lamar Jackson will have a top 5 quarterback season next year.
I'm gonna go friend zoned. He's talented enough where I believe he could, but does it shock me if Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Hurts, and Herbert are better? No.
Life on the line, yes or no, would you say?
Lifeline, I'd say no.
Okay.
Not top 5. I go top 10 for sure. I think he's talented enough to do that. But I'm going to say friend zone. I don't hate it. I don't love it.
Ziggy, what do you think? Little revenge tour for Lamar Jackson?
Give me hate. I mean, there's only 2 situations here. He goes to the Ravens or he goes to the Colts. Neither of those teams are in a position to support him having a top 5 season. He's probably going to get hurt, miss a few games. That really hurts. I don't see it with this guy. I think that any given week he could be a top 5, top 3, even top 1 quarterback. But over the course of a season, I don't think so.
When you say I don't see it with this guy, you mean do you mean with the situation he'll be in next year, or you just don't see it with Lamar Jackson?
Lamar plus the situation.
Okay.
Plus, I don't see him entering a situation where he's going to have weapons, and I think he's going to be asked to do too much again and get hurt.
Okay. Andrew?
I'm with Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't
also
really
would
have
say
much
I would actually say I hate it as opposed to the friend zone. And man, it's tough because he definitely has the ability to, but yeah, I agree with Ziggy on the situation, and then there are just too many.
He could finish 4th or 9th. I mean,
I had him in fantasy, so I watched a lot of Lamar last year, and there's no denying how good he is and how spectacular, kind of like Anthony Richardson was saying, like spectacular playmaker. And Lamar's way better than Richardson, just to make that clear. But there were some times where he disappears a little bit and he makes mistakes, and I can't see. I think the MVP season is looking more like an outlier every single year that goes by. That could be a little harsh.
I just want to see what Lamar Jackson can do when he actually has more than one competent receiver.
Yeah, I do feel bad for him in that regard. And the receiver,
but it's not going to happen next year.
No, it's not.
He doesn't have Chase or Diggs or.
If Lamar Jackson was you put him in a good situation, he can definitely win an MVP again. He's that good. He really is. But yeah, given the situation, probably not. All right, I like this one a lot. Stefon Diggs wants out of Buffalo. So for a little context, today Diggs tweeted out, "Come and rescue me." He wrote it as if he was writing lyrics to his. I don't know what song it is, but "Come and rescue me." His brother writes back, "We could play each other twice a year," with a popcorn emoji. Diggs answers that with a gif of someone in a movie theater eating popcorn watching a movie. And then some random fan, he replies to Trayvon Diggs and says, "Stefon Diggs to the Giants." And Trayvon liked that comment or that reply back. So, do we think Stefon Diggs wants out of Buffalo? And what do you think about that Giants rumor there?
Well, Diggs has definitely expressed his frustration with the Bills not being able to do much in the playoffs, falling short every year. We've seen him year after year frustrated. But still, I'm going to say hate. Mm-hmm. I think Diggs will be a Buffalo Bill. I think he's stirring the pot a bit. Some off-season stories.
100%.
I say hate. He'll be a Bill.
He's not going to be a Giant.
No.
You really don't know what song it was? It was the new Drake track.
Oh, well,
I got no idea what that song is.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a very good song. Drake has not been doing good for a while. But look, I mean, we know the Stefon Diggs story. He raises a lot of trouble, and then everything settles down, right? But we've seen him struggling a lot in Buffalo. He was mad during the playoff games. He seems unhappy during the offseason. Eventually, it builds. I would not be surprised to see something like what happened in Minnesota. Give me friend zone.
Friend zone?
I don't think it's impossible he'll be traded. I don't think he'll go to the Giants though. They just paid Jones. They're doing all this stuff with.
They have a ton of money. That's more just playing around with a rumor.
I don't think he's gonna get traded though. I think this is typically you see it every year. And one of these big stars he's probably with his buddies somewhere on vacationing, and they're talking him up all this stuff. And Josh Allen gets a lot of attention that he probably feels should be his, and they'll be fine when they get back to Buffalo.
I would say friend zone as well, but I lean towards the side of he's starting to want out, and that's just when you see, like you said, Ziggy, a lot of mounting frustration year after year now in Buffalo. The team definitely did not get better last season than the year before. And I think, is he 30 now, or he's about to be 30?
He's 30.
And so the window for Diggs to being an elite receiver, it's starting to close. He still has a few more years left, but you're starting to see the end, especially as a receiver. Once you turn 30, we know that people start to kind of decline. So I do think that.
The thing is, on this contract, there's no guaranteed salary after this year. So if you're Stefon Diggs, you might be trying to get traded now so you can sign a big extension with some guaranteed money.
One last extension. So I think that there is some mounting, I don't want to say resentment, but at least the thought of getting out of Buffalo is starting to become more and more realistic. Yeah, we saw it in Minnesota too. A lot of denying. I think Rick Spielman, the Vikings then general manager at the time, saying, we're not trading Stefon. Stefon saying he, mostly indicating that he wants to stay in Minnesota. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, he's a Buffalo Bill. So I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him go. Last one, Odell Beckham Jr. Is he worth $15 million? Or Odell Beckham Jr. is worth $15 million a season. That's what he requested. That's what he wants to get next year. He's entering his age 31 season.
I'm going to say Love. I don't believe that $15 million is all that much. The list of receivers who make that money they're mediocre receivers.
I could rattle that off for you real quick. They have Cortland Sutton makes $15 million, Allen Robinson $15.5, Hunter Renfrow $15.85, Mike Evans $16.5.
The list.
You know who's right below 15? Corey Davis.
Yeah, was he 12.5?
Corey Davis is 12.5, and then Lazard's 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, the list is small. The receivers are mediocre. I'd take a shot. This is a guy who, for a number of years, was the best receiver in football, or top 3 receiver in football, Super Bowl winner. Him and Stafford helped.
He was on his way to being the MVP.
He helped the Rams big time win that Super Bowl. The talent is there. It's an injury risk, but again, I don't think $15 million is all that much. So I'm going to say Love. Take a shot.
Nice.
I hate it. I totally agree that the talent is.
I knew Ziggy was going to hate it.
I totally agree the talent is there, but when you get Odell, you're not just getting a competent receiver at $15 million a year. You're getting a guy who's going to start trouble. And we just know it at this point, right? Everywhere he's gone, he can keep it together for a few weeks, but eventually tempers start flaring. And you have to wonder, from a guy who you're bringing in to be your number 2, but clearly thinks he's a number 1, is all of that worth it? And I'm not sure it is to a lot of teams. Now, if you're some team at the bottom of the gutter and like you're just looking for a star to sell seats, sure. But that's not teams that Odell wants to go to. He wants to go to a team that's competing now.
Do you think
I'm not sure those teams are ready.
If he was asking for $35 million, I don't think $15 million is that much.
Do you think he thinks he's a number 1 still?
I think he recognizes his market value, but also thinks he's a superstar who deserves to get the targets of a number 1.
Okay. Andrew, what do you think of that?
I agree with Aaron Rodgers.
So
that's my take.
Okay. Okay.
Whatever he wants, I'm okay with. I don't care if he wants Odell Beckham for $30 million, go ahead. If that can work. If he wants Mercedes Lewis for $100 million, go ahead. I just want Aaron Rodgers on the Jets any way possible. That's my comment on that.
I love it. I think OBJ's worth it. We saw him with the Rams be a difference maker on that playoff run. Again, the health issues. He is 31, or he's going to be 31. ACL injury. Yeah, there are concerns there, but I thought he was fine with the Rams, at least from an attitude standpoint. So we'll see.
He was also great. I mean, he's
very good.
Had a huge role in that
when
Super
you
Bowl
mention
win.
these guys like Sutton, Allen Robinson, Hunter Renfrow right there, I think I'd rather have Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, but also, all those guys at 15 are overpaid too.
Sure. Maybe a little overpaid, but given the market for receivers right now, yeah, OBJ can come in and be a good 2, don't you think?
Yes.
I would say people thought the same thing about Allen Robinson. You saw how that turned out.
But I think it's worth a shot for $15 million. It's not like it's $40 million.
15 mil is a lot of money.
It's
there
a
are
lot.
not many teams with the cap space to just put out 15 million right now.
It's a lot, but I don't think it's crazy for a receiver.
You know how many teams have the cap space to sign someone to 15 million right now?
Oh boy,
No.
Here we go.
Excluding their draft picks, only 3.
Who is it? Do you know?
The Bears, the Panthers, and the Packers. Right around there are the Eagles, Falcons, and Lions.
I thought the Giants had a ton of cap space. Am I off on that?
The Giants got rid of almost all of it.
I know that they're not going to get
No,
OBJ.
the Giants right now don't have enough cap space to sign their rookies. They're going to have to restructure stuff.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. That's the end of the love hater friend zone. Well, why don't we move on now to the cereal draft after the massive success of our fruit draft? And I know Andrew's gonna be peeking over this little list right
I'm
now.
actually going to look up some stuff right now.
Oh, you gotta be prepared.
Oh,
for
I'm not
stuff.
looking. I already know. It all comes to my head.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna we're gonna give Andrew the first pick, right? In this
what?
one for the cereal
Yeah, you get
draft.
the first pick.
Yeah, I'll take the first pick.
I don't know, and don't judge my list here.
Right, that list stinks. But all right.
It's
So
a
I
good
got
list.
1-1.
You got the 1-1 pick in the cereal draft. And
Yeah.
we'll have Zach judging again. Super skeptical.
No, he's a horrible choice.
His judging is really in question right now.
What do you
It's
mean?
really not.
What was in question about it?
Everyone thought the fruit draft was absurd.
Didn't your mom
I think the
No, I don't think my mom.
I think the fruit draft was decided quite fairly.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Okay, well, Zach will be judging regardless of what we think of his judging ability. So, Andrew, yeah, with the first pick in the cereal draft.
The 1-1 can only go one spot. The best cereal, iconic. The Michael Jordan of cereals, in my opinion. I think most people's opinions. I will go with Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Michael Jordan.
1-1.
That's a good pick.
I don't think there's a Michael Jordan of cereals. I really don't. Okay.
Just to let you know, Andrew, you have to be specific. We already, like if you take Cheerios, it has to be.
Okay, yeah, that's
you don't
fine.
get- You don't get all the Cheerios. You only
Okay,
get
that's fine.
certain Cheerios.
All right. I'm going
You,
to.
me, Ziggy.
Yeah.
Ziggy, me. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going to actually deviate from the rankings that I have here and go with Frosted Flakes.
That's what
They're great. No, Zach doesn't like that.
I hate Frosted Flakes.
that was my pick.
I think that's a great
Love
pick,
Frosted
yeah.
Flakes.
Frosted
That's
Flakes
our
are great.
childhood. Tony the Tiger.
Yeah, Tony. I mean, the great,
They're great.
what would you call him? A great face,
Mascot.
a great face of the mascot. Yeah, great mascot for the cereal.
We might have to do
Frosted
that
Flakes.
next time. Mascots for like drinks and cereals and stuff like that.
I do like Cinnamon Toast Crunch a lot.
That'd be a nice.
All right, Jack. Third pick.
Because I'm gonna go with this cereal because it's a cereal that I would love to eat when I would go down to Florida on vacation. I just want a
This would
little
be absurd.
I want a little snack
With your pears and eggs?
Yeah, with pears and eggs. Yeah, one little snack that tied me over a lot of the time. Those weird hours, 2, 3, 4 before dinner. And I would eat. I'd eat Fruit
When everyone
Loops.
eats cereal at 3 p.m.
Fruit Loops at 3. Fruit Loops at 3.
Fruit Loops.
Bunch of colors, taste amazing. Fruit Loops.
I do like Toucan Sam, but might be a little high for me. Ziggy.
All right. 1-4, I'm getting the absolute best cereal in the game, Count Chocula.
Jesus.
No, this is a joke. This is a joke. This is a
okay.
joke. As much as I love Count Chocula, I'm not sure any of you guys ever had Count Chocula.
I've never even heard of that.
I've heard of it.
Count Chocula is
And then
it's the
there's-
better version of Boo Berries.
And then there's
But
the strawberry one.
so I get back to back here. I'm gonna take a well-rounded pair cereal that's nutritious but also delicious. Give me Honey Nut Cheerios and Lucky Charms.
Those are two really good picks. Honey Nut Cheerios is actually my
I like
number
Lucky
one, and then I switched to Frosted Flakes. Okay, Honey
Fair
Nut
switch,
Cheerios.
but yeah, Honey Nut Cheerios and Lucky Charms together. I mean, that's an entire lifetime of cereal.
That's
right there.
phenomenal.
You don't need
right
anything
there.
else.
All right, Jack.
You know what everyone goes loco for? Cocoa Puffs.
Oh,
Give me those Cocoa
That's
Puffs.
what I wanted.
That's
Isn't
a good.
it cuckoo for
what a
Cocoa
pick
Puffs?
It is
Oh, it's
cuckoo.
cuckoo?
It is cuckoo.
Cuckoo.
for
Yeah,
Cocoa
look at this guy.
I thought it was loco for Cocoa. Okay.
Loco for Cocoa Puffs.
Logo
been
for
better.
Cocoa is actually
I
better.
think it's
That's
isn't
not
it
what it
logo?
No,
is.
it's not logo.
No, it's cuckoo.
Loco probably was better.
I think it's loco.
No, it's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs because it's the C.
Are we sure?
100%.
Definitely.
Jack, I agree that Loco is better, but
Loco's
that's
a
not
million
what it
times
is.
better. I'm gonna veer off that pick now. No, Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs are fantastic.
I've never been a huge Cocoa. When I was younger, I was,
Yeah,
but I've
you
never been
are.
a huge Cocoa
Everybody
Puffs
is,
guy.
yes,
No,
you
everyone
are.
is, but
Everybody is.
yeah, I think I just had a great cereal fall to me right now. Captain Crunch. What I mean that is a top 4 pick. That's a first round pick that just fell to me.
Who eats
Big
Captain
fan.
Crunch?
Captain Crunch is awesome.
Oh, that was my go-to cereal growing up.
growing up, me too. I always Captain Crunch.
I was a Cocoa Puffs kid.
Cocoa Puffs. All right, that brings us back to Andrew now for 2 picks.
All the cereals that I would have picked in a draft like this are gone.
How about Product 19?
I will pick.
Raisin Bran.
I will pick a cereal that's better without milk. It's better as just a little hand snack, and that would be Cookie Crisp.
That's not a breakfast cereal. It's
All right.
literally just cookies.
Okay, I'm picking Cookie
is
Crisp.
that like the wolf?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No,
don't
this is
that at
like
all.
you
I-
can't have birthday
Without
cake for
cereal, I'm not
breakfast,
eating
but you
Cookie
can
Crisp
have-
in like a bowl of cereal. I'm just eating
Yeah,
it.
I don't
I mean,
like
I
that
haven't
pick.
eaten it in maybe
I don't
10
think I
years,
do
but dire times call for dire measures.
Wait, is what was it? Was I just gonna ask here? Cookie Crisps.
I mean, they're good. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
they're not bad.
Thactually think.
Oh, I wanted to. I actually think Raisin Bran is a pretty good cereal.
That's disgusting.
Do you not like Raisin Bran?
No.
I like Raisin Bran.
I ride with Raisin Bran.
I wouldn't pick it in this, but I think it's a good cereal. All right,
Raisin Bran's my go-to cereal.
all right, Andrew, go ahead. You
I literally am having trouble thinking of another cereal.
Andrew's back to back now.
Andrew, what about a Cracklin' Oat Bran?
No, I'm good with that.
how about Wheaties? You get the nice.
What are the cereals that they're like kind of They're like cylinders with like frosting on the top of it.
Oh, Special K.
No.
Cylinders with the.
No, they're like. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The. Yeah.
No, Paul, don't help him out. Don't help him out here. It's a draft. If you haven't done your homework.
Yeah. I got ridiculed for having a list before.
That's what I would like to pick, but since I can't pick, I'll pick the only cereal I actually still eat. It's very good. It's going to be a horrible pick for the draft, but Special K vanilla almond.
You know, that's a respectable adult choice.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No, that's a phenomenal cereal. However, it's not like, it's not going to. That's a sleep.
Special
That's like
K
a
vanilla almond.
That's like a 1 year minimum contract deal, and I picked him in the third. But
Look, people who also love that, you win the draft.
Frosted Cheerios are actually very good.
What was I
used to have
thinking of?
those. Wait, what was he thinking of? Is it like Kroll or
no,
I have no idea.
Cylinders?
they're like
I know what you're talking about. I
they're
can't.
like brown.
Maybe I don't. I thought I did.
I'll look it
all
up. And I'll get back to you.
I'm pretty sure I just won the draft again in the popular vote.
I just won the draft if you don't say what I'm about to say.
Apple Jacks here.
But they're not Fruit Loops, though. Like, I took Fruit Loops.
I'll
That's
give
like
you Apple Jacks had great commercials.
Oh,
And
here
those are
I
the
come
worst
cereal
on cinnamon. No, Apple Jacks are good. Apple Jacks are great cereal. I have it above Fruit
Commercials,
Loops.
They had great.
Great. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, frosted mini wheats. That's what it was.
those are good.
Yeah, I think that Tony the Tiger, Captain
those are
Crunch, and the
amazing.
cinnamon and apple. I mean,
But this isn't a mascot
Cocoa Puffs?
contest, Paul. This is a cereal
Mascot draft. This is
contest.
cereal.
still, I think those cereals are great.
All right, Jack, what do you got?
My favorite show ever, The Flintstones, Fruity
Pebbles.
Pebbles.
People are gonna love that. People are gonna love that.
Third round, Fruity Pebbles. Sign me up.
Shitty cereal, but people will love
You got
that.
the Cocoa and Fruity Pebbles, and that's a dangerous
Yeah,
combination.
Cocoa Puffs,
Fruity
Fruity
Pebbles.
Pebbles,
Fruit
He's,
Loops.
he's just
I'm
playing
on
his act.
fire.
He's just playing his
This
act.
is-
Cocoa
this is
Puffs was the best pick. I wanted that. I was between that and cinnamon toast.
Second rounder, too.
I'm not sure I can believe this. I got a cereal that's better than Cocoa Puffs in the last pick.
Oh, he's going Reese's Puffs. Gotta be.
Because it's straight Reese's Puffs. It's
No,
literally just
not better than
better
Cocoa
Cocoa
Puffs.
Puffs.
Wait, aren't Cocoa Pebbles and Cocoa Crisps also?
I don't even know
cereals?
what you're
Cocoa
talking about.
Crisp.
Yeah, Cocoa Pebbles is a cereal.
Cocoa Pebbles are cereal, and so is Cocoa Crisp with the Rice Krispie guys.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
also cereals.
Yeah.
It's Cocoa Krispies, but yeah,
What do you take there, Ziggy?
Reese's Puffs.
Reese's Puffs.
Reese's
Pretty
Puffs.
much.
Reese's Puffs.
Frosted
All
mini
Eat 'em
wheats
up,
are
eat 'em
good.
up, eat 'em
All right, so there we go. Zach, let me read these back to you here, okay?
I came in last. It's all right.
Yeah,
I
no,
do. I just have Michael Jordan. That's it.
I think this is easy for Zach.
Yeah, all right, here we go. Andrew with Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Cookie Crisp, and Special K Vanilla Almond.
That Special K vanilla almond is my true 1-1. If I had, that's the only cereal in my house that I eat.
People who know it and like it, Andrew might win.
Then we have
No, I can't win.
me with
Yeah, winning would be tough.
Frosted Flakes, Captain Crunch, and Apple Jacks. That's
That's just,
phenomenal.
That's garbage.
Jack with Fruit Loops, Cocoa Puffs, and Fruity Pebbles. And Ziggy with Honey Nut Cheerios, Lucky Charms, and Reese's Puffs.
Come on, Zach. It's not even
Yeah, I really got to give it to Jack.
That's not even close.
Yeah.
All right. Jack's got it.
Jack won.
Wait, hold on. We have to rank them all. It's
Oh,
not just number one.
Let's go.
All right,
Let's go
so
4 to
Jack-
1.
So Jack is. Well,
Give a nice emphatic reaction for Jack. Be like, give another drum roll so I can put it in the reel.
Am I going 4 to 1 or am I going 1?
Just give me, and the winner is.
Oh, and the winner of today's. What are we doing? A draft? Today's draft
Cereal.
goes to.
Cereal draft.
Cereal
Sorry.
draft?
Just say.
Just
You see, you can. Yeah, this will be in the podcast. People hear this. Just say we're short on time, so just say, and the winner is.
And
Jack.
the winner is. Jack.
All right, there you go. All right, who is 2, 3, 4?
2, 3, 4. Well, Andrew, you gotta be 4.
Listen,
Oh,
I gotta
he owns it. It's okay.
having the number 1 pick for cereals is a bad thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
I-
I agree.
It's not like fruit.
Yeah, fruit. Apple
agree.
is Jordan. This is.
Fruit's deep. Cereal's not really that deep.
There could be like. I gotta put you at 3.
You have no taste, man.
No, you have Apple Jacks.
No, yours is terrible too.
Apple Jacks, Captain Crunch, Frosted. You see, I loved my draft. I had 3 of my top 6.
You have the worst version of Fruit Loops.
Again, I think this will be another
You have
situation.
a lot of like healthy.
I wouldn't
options.
eat any of your cereals ever. Jack has Fruit Loops and Cocoa Puffs, which are
No,
one.
no.
like one, two, and three.
Jack has the kid selection of.
No,
Fruit.
I have the adult selection. I have Special
No,
K.
you do.
Yeah, that's the best
I
selection.
have the delicious
Yeah.
selection. Jack, you're just having the same fruit crap over and over again.
And people love
And
that.
then Ziggy's got to be 2, just because he's got a nice variety.
I do like Honey Nut Cheerios and
I
Lucky
like
Charms.
I'm a big Lucky Charms guy.
Reese's
Honey
Puffs
Nut-
killed it. That's
I
it.
personally hate Cheerios. That's my thing.
Oh, they're horrible.
Wait,
they're
Zach, is there anything I could have picked that would have gotten me to number
People
one?
really eat like a bowl of.
Like that final slot.
It's
disgusting.
just not. Yeah, it's
I
like what
think
is
if
it?
you would have went Cocoa Pebbles, you
Zach
probably
likes
could.
Cocoa
I'm
Pebbles.
a big Cocoa Pebbles guy.
Okay.
You could have swayed me with. The
I'm
Cocoa
surprised
Pebbles.
Jack didn't take like tricks with his last pick.
I love-
That's
I mean, I love
exactly.
Cheerios.
Oh, you know
Tricks
what's
is
an
awesome.
incredible Cheerios is the peanut butter and chocolate Cheerios are phenomenal.
I like the Crave, the ones with the chocolate inside. Those
Yeah.
are really good.
All
All right. So there we go. We'll wrap up the show here. Again, thanks for listening. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. Now in Zach's eyes, Ziggy with 1 draft trophy, Jack with 1 draft trophy, and I'm
Are we
pretty
not
sure-
doing this?
Oh no, we'll do this off air.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, look at that. All right.
special edition. You have to
Yeah,
pay $5
yeah,
for the off-air one.
Yeah.
All right. We will see you later this week with more from the Paul Farrington Show. Thanks for listening.